Benavidez and Yard this week. Norman Jr. and Haney this week. Abdullah Mason and Noakes this week. Yeah. And bam, kicking it all off against Fernando Martinez. Our run time right now is 45 minutes.
I'm gonna keep it short, I promise.
Let's just go Brian Norman Jr. and Devin Haney. Oof. Let's just do co-main and May.
That's really the main event. I mean, this is by far the best card in terms of American talent they've done over there. And I think everybody feels like Haney and Norman's the real main event. This card is gonna deliver. And here's the thing though, now that it's here, I think 3 out of 4, you could pretty much expect Bam Rodriguez to win, Abdullah Mason to win, and David Benavidez to win. Yeah, all good fights.
Yes. Sure.
Haney Norman is the pick'em, is the 50-50.
Wild card.
Is the one.
It's the wild
I don't even want to pick it. Yeah. To be quite honest.
Yeah.
I really don't. I want to just say, take the floor. Who do you got?
Oh, my man Haney on this joint.
Ooh.
Oh, my man Haney. Hey, yo, Grandpa. Shout out to you, Grandpa. Last time I was in Vegas, we ran into each other a couple times. You know who you is, Grandpa? My man gonna outbox your son. I'm gonna put it out there. He gonna cook him. He gonna outbox him. He gonna put on a boxing clinic. Now, of course, being realistic, it's boxing. So does anyone have a puncher's chance? Yes. Anyone has a puncher's chance, of course. But again, I got my man Devin Haney on tape. Y'all can play it back on tape. He gonna outbox him. He gonna put on a nice little clinic. It's gonna be too much for him. The IQ difference is gonna be a lot. And that's just how it's gonna go. I'm calling it what it is. Grandpa, see me when you see me, Grandpa.
Hey, look into Brian Norman's eyes.
I don't see nothing.
And say,
I don't see nothing.
Look into Brian Norman's eyes and say it again.
Yeah. Let me go over it because I want.
Yeah, and say it again.
My man right here, he gonna put the boxing clinic to you real quick.
Now, do he look like he believe in you?
I don't care what.
Do he look like he believe in you?
Listen, I'm gonna tell you like my man Samuel L. Jackson said. I don't give a good goddamn what you believe in Django. You feel me?
Yeah.
I believe if you don't come out, my man.
I don't give a good goddamn.
Come on, man. Come on. That's what I'm going with.
When did you see him spar Jaron? What year was that?
This was, wow. When did he come to Philly? I can't remember. This was a minute. My memory's bad.
This 2025, so what,
like
23?
24-ish maybe, because this is 20.
Had he
late 23, 24.
Had he beaten Santillan yet? No, it couldn't have been, right?
No. Because he had just he wasn't signed to Top Rank yet.
So here's the thing.
At that time.
Before the Santillan fight, outside of the Crawford sparring rumors, which people tell me they've been there, and they say he did very well.
Against Crawford?
Yes.
I don't know.
Right. It's hearsay. I wasn't there, you weren't there. But, I mean, people from Atlanta who are professional fighters claim to have been there, told me what happened.
He's from Atlanta, right?
He is. Okay. So, yeah. But that'd be like saying the Philly guy said that he dropped him that Boots dropped him with a body shot. That'd be like them saying, well, JYD's from Philly. Of course he's going to say Boots did it. So maybe the ATL dude was telling the truth. Right? Anyway. But despite that, and it was heading into your fight. It was when Terrence was getting ready to fight you. And it was, I guess, the weekend when Jamel Herring fought Shakur in Atlanta, and they sparred, and it was great work from all accounts, right? And I think Norman does hold that in his back pocket, even though it's only sparring. Yeah. To know you held your own with the best fighter in the world, okay, that's good. Yeah. But here's the thing. I saw him fight Quentin Randall at T-Mobile. I'm looking at my guy Sam Gordon, who's a really good writer at the San Francisco Chronicle, and we're just like, we don't see it. We don't see nothing special about this guy because we're fixing our eyes on him because we hear good things. But then I go to San Diego. I thought Santillan was gonna grind him down. That fight was set up for him to win, and I get it. It's a come forward fighter. Yeah. Right? It's not a real puzzle to solve. It's a grinder. Same thing with Sasaki. Who was there at Cuevas? But here's the thing. Being there, I saw something. I didn't expect him to win that fight, and the way he knocked him out in enemy territory.
And then did one of these.
I'm gonna ask this question: was he winning that fight before the knockout?
Yes.
You think he was winning that
fight?
From
round one. From round one on. He had the step. He had it. He had it.
Okay.
And I mean, Santillan was relentless, but
I
turned him away. And Emmanuel Stewart, you know what he once told Prince Nassim?
What's that?
Nassim was getting ready for Barrera. And he made HBO send him all the new Barrera fights. And he said, I went and checked, and he wasn't watching the tapes. He kept rewatching him getting knocked out by Junior Jones. And he said, it's not the same fighter, Naz. So I say that to say, I think Brian Norman has definitely gotten better. But the caveat is it's been against come forward fighters. Now he's fighting the exact opposite.
Yes.
And when he fought Danielson, Boca Chica, got dropped with a long-range right hand. Haney's great at, he dropped Pro Grace with the same exact shot, right? And Quentin Randall, whenever 2 years ago, he was not on Haney's level.
Yeah.
If you put him at distance, he was lost at sea. He didn't know his distance like someone like Haney. But he's gotten better. I don't give a fuck who he's been fighting. He got better.
That's fair.
He got better.
That's fair.
This is the test how much better. And this is a fight where it's like my head, when I break down tape, the tape shows Haney a little bit. He got an edge. He's a better boxer. Skills pay the bills.
Yes.
Haney's a little bit more of an excellent all-around just boxing skills.
Yes.
But Norman, my gut says Norman's a little underrated. Norman has timing. Norman might be able to hurt him with a jab. Norman's jab is a power shot. Now, he's a little bit one-handed because I interviewed him and he goes, well, he could debunk all the narratives about the left hook. I'll knock him out with the right anyways. I haven't seen him knock anyone out with the right.
With the right.
The right hand is always this setup for the power jab
shot.
or the hook. So I go back and forth. My gut says Norman. My gut says, you know, that the South got something to say. Yeah, he said. But the logical pick is, you know, Haney. But despite what the tape doesn't show is it does in the Ryan fight, but he may be damaged goods a little bit, and it's always precarious when you choose physicality over skills. But there is a physicality advantage for Norman. He takes punches better as fights go on. He adjusts, and his timing is good as fights go on. So I think Haney's going to hurt him early, might even drop him early, but I think Norman is going to catch up to him. And it's going to be an issue for Haney to keep him off as the fight goes on, maybe, and it's going to be an issue. The punch resistance is going to be an issue. Me and Sean got a tape breakdown we're going to do tomorrow. Perfect. For the first time, I'm a waffle. I can't come to a pick. And here's the thing, too. Devin Haney, he blocked me on Twitter, guys, because on the show, the drama unfolded here on the PorterWay Podcast.
Am I blocked too? I don't know. I don't care.
You probably are. But remember Brian Norman, he comes on, he goes, hey, I signed up for VADA and everything, but to be honest, can we get some different testing? Because isn't this man, rest in peace to late Victor Conte, isn't this man closely affiliated with VADA? Didn't he once say he knows how to beat the test? And I said, well, Brian, to your point, I happen to have an interview from 4 years ago where he admits he knew how to beat the tests for VADA. And so I say all that to say, Haney's so good that I hesitate to pick Norman on that gut pick. Yeah. Because Haney's so good, I don't want to eat more crow from Devin Haney.
We just don't.
I don't know.
I thought we moved on to food because you mentioned the waffle. You just don't know what Haney you getting. So I mean, you know, my take is very, very simple. Cool. If the best version of Haney comes into the ring, it's the version that you just spoke on. I mean, it's very clear. And that version of Haney is going to force Brian Norman Jr.'s father to get in between rounds, tell him, son, you got to do more. You got to do more. You got to do more. You got to. We're going to, if your Devin Haney comes to the ring, we're going to see a sense of urgency from the Norman camp, probably rounds 7 on. But I don't know if that Devin Haney,
Why wait that long? Why wait until you're maybe down 4 or 5 rounds?
Why? Because I think that they want to be calm. They want to be cool.
Well, Brian,
they want to feel like, well, he's throwing these BBs. I'm gonna catch up to him with my shotgun. That's what we want. And I think it's going to take that amount of time for them to realize, like, damn, you're one shot and you're missing. You're one shot.
So if it takes
you got to do a little bit more.
To learn it, they might have to take their first L and lose their title to get that experience in the process.
No, I'm just saying, you know, the sense of urgency that we should see, that won't take place until about 6 or 7 rounds in, when they're down.
Would you advise that?
No, I'm
started round 3 or 4.
I'm telling you. Well, I'm telling you what I know. I'm telling you that you can't abandon the game plan.
Right.
But then about round 6 or 7 is when you realize, like,
you gotta abandon the game plan.
We gotta do it. We gotta start. You know what I mean?
We gotta start doing shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so then what about this?
Exactly.
He actually has a 1 inch longer reach than Haney. Now, that doesn't say Haney fights longer.
Hey, he reaching now, 80.
You been counter bend.
That shouldn't matter.
He reaching now, ain't he?
Some juice.
I'm saying you been counter bend in the fact that counter bend is the shorter fighter and he still controlled the jab
in the second fight.
Oh yeah, in the second fight. So I'm saying, so you're saying that he's the shorter arms.
What I'm saying, is there any chance?
I've got the puncher's chance at that. Yeah.
No. That Norman, doesn't have to be as aggressive as we think. Is there any chance he could box with Haney because he actually does have a good jab, a good lead hand, and he's actually as an inch longer than Haney?
I don't think he understands distance as well as Haney does.
Yeah, I haven't seen that.
That's what I'm saying, and that's what
He's gotten better though.
Yeah, he's gotten better. I won't lie. Grandpa, you hear that, Grandpa? He's gotten better.
That's when that IQ comes into play.
That's when,
right? And so then when we're speaking about IQ in the boxing ring, in chess, you play like 3 moves ahead.
3 moves ahead, yeah.
So it's the same thing in boxing. You got it now. You really, realistically, that's IQ. So we're actually going to find out.
We're going to find out
how high Brian Norman Jr.'s IQ is.
Yes.
We know that Devin Haney has a high IQ. How do we know that? Because his ability to go in, out, and move and be directional,
right,
and
left,
just simply just box and be a beautiful boxer.
Right.
You have to have an IQ to do that.
Yes.
To be the clean boxer that he's been all the way up until, of course, Ryan, and then this is my last. This is what I'm gonna say.
Good.
I think Brian Norman has a gift in his timing. I believe in that gift that he spoke on. I think that Devin is gonna be off, and I think that he's gonna catch Devin. That's what I think is gonna happen. That's what I think is gonna happen. I think Devin is gonna be gun shy. I don't think he's gonna systematically work that jab the way he used to. I think we're going to get a lot of what we saw in his fight with Jose Ramirez. And I think that if anything, he'll start a level above where he was with Jose Ramirez, and then he's going to slide down that hill and become that fighter again. That's what my gut's telling me.